Good evening, everyone. I been, how I think. I think all the time. I'm a constant thinker, and I'm a very critical thinker, and always trying to figure things out and solve things, and um, for my own life. But I also sit and think and contemplate on people that I know or stuff, and in my imagination, try to figure out, oh, what, how could somebody else better their life? And so it's a constant thing. I'm thinking all the time. Even when I'm watching a movie, I'm still thinking. But I I want to start with the fact that okay, we all know how the economy is, and everybody wants everything to go back to normal. Well, what is normal? Are we talking about civilization's normal? Are we talking about your city, your town's normal? Are we talking about the world as normal? That the Ten Commandments, that kind of thing. That normal that everybody should pull together and um, help one another out, that sort of thing. The normal that you could walk down the street at 10 o'clock at night and not be bothered by anybody. Those kind of things. That go being able to go to the grocery store and buy whatever you want to buy. Those different things. But like I've said before, there's over 8 billion belief systems on this planet. Everybody individually has their own normal. And even in a family structure, the male and the female and even the kids develop their own normal through how they're raised in that family dynamics. And so my normal is different than your normal. I was raised this way, but as you grow and you develop and you start learning to think differently than the way you were raised, then you start developing your own normal. And when I look out around me and stuff and to see all the economy and the prices of food and everybody's saying that they can't afford food and all the processed foods they've got out there that they've put all these different ingredients in, and people go out there and they'll buy hundreds of dollars worth of that processed food. And I've done that. I still have to do it from time to time. Like right now, I can only eat certain things because I had the rest of my teeth pulled out. And but do we really need all that food? I mean, okay, there comes a time in our life, and I've been saying this, that as you age, you've got to reset your life. You've got to find new ways and new. You got to reinvent yourself to live a good life. Is almost identical to the life that you were raised in, uh, unless of course you changed that while in your path to a much higher level of life. And so, and over the years, there was a time I didn't know how to think critically. I mean, I could think a lot, and I had a lot of what people called strange ideas, and people would, call me crazy because I thought certain ways. But as I grew, then I was able to start thinking critically and thinking for myself. And I think that's where we've all got to one of the places, one of the places that we've got to reset our life and be willing to adapt, to reinvent ourselves. Even younger folks. I think with the economy the way it is, and a lot of you are, I believe, are trying to do that. Like with they call it quiet quitting. That their job, they're out working, but if their job description don't call for certain things, they're not going to do it. That's just like grocery stores and like the thrift store, the Goodwill store. Um, what we're used to and what we're getting now, we're saying that that's not normal anymore. Well, yes, it's everybody's resetting their lives as they go because of the things that's going on in the world. And the younger people don't want to work their life away just to go out and pay high prices to have a place to live. Just to be able to go drink some water, have some food. Well, we're America, and I don't know about the rest of the world, but I do know about America. America is used, and they call it the land of great opportunity. Live the American dream. That you could go out and you could buy a week's list of groceries and eat for a whole week for a family of 5 for hardly nothing. And they would have their meat and their potatoes and their vegetables and their goodies and their snacks and whatever. And what was they eating for? I know we got to eat to live, and we all know that. But a lot of us, in which I've done it too, and sometimes I still do it, I eat comfort food to settle my emotions down for what, a few minutes? And instead of curbing that urge, that when my emotions are all messed up, to go eat something that will comfort this body. It don't comfort my mind or my spirit, it comforts the body. So, and you see everybody out here with big, they're heavy. I was really heavy at one time. And, but I've toned that eating down a lot, and I'm not in a toxic relationship anymore that caused me to eat like that. Which, in that relationship, my last husband, I was drinking a lot along with him. But I gained a lot of weight. Well, I'm away from all that now. But normal to everybody is to eat for taste, to eat for comfort. It's not about eating to nurture your body. Now, there's a lot of people that do now, and of course, and they're starting to get a hold of the concept that we're programmed to eat, when in reality, we don't need to eat what we've been told that it takes to eat for us to live and to live well. And so with all the high prices and everybody out there saying that you can't afford food, now just in my own little realm here, I've lost a lot of weight. Now, a lot of it is, and I started it really before I got my teeth pulled. But now it's a little bit harder to eat some of the stuff that I was eating, like the fruits, watermelon and peaches and stuff like that, corn on the cob, fried potatoes. eggs. I mean, over easy eggs, that kind of thing. I could do that, but now with the teeth gone, I can't do that. And and then of course, and then I also have problems with my saliva glands that causes the food to not taste good at all. So it's like now I have to reprogram my brain. I have to reprogram my taste buds to not eat for taste, just eat to live and to be healthy. And I think, and this is just my opinion, that people would be able to afford food a lot more and a lot easier if they started with a new mindset, reevaluated the things they eat, and know that they don't have to eat 3 meals a day. I sometimes only eat 1 meal a day, and of course I'm a little bit hungrier now because I don't have the fruits and stuff because I can't eat them. Now I was eating 1 cooked meal a day, and that was like fried potatoes and eggs, and then my fruits. That I have to adjust again. And even all that didn't taste good because of my saliva glands. So I have to make this adjustment because of my saliva glands, that not to eat for taste. Now, there are some things, I absolutely can't. It tastes horrible that once tasted good because of that. So I have to readapt even more so what I eat because of that. Not because of the teeth, but because of the taste. So, since a lot of us in the world cook and gather food for taste, and a lot of them do it also not only just for taste, but for health reasons. So they add this and they add that and go get this and go get that in order to have the taste that they want to be able to survive and live. So if we all adjusted to eat food on the premise that it's just to keep us alive and healthy, not do it for taste. Every time something bothers us, don't run and get a gallon of ice cream. Don't run and get a Twinkie. Eat for life. Don't eat for taste. And how much more could we cut down on the cost of our food that it takes for us to be healthy and to continue with life? We cut down a whole lot of money being spent on processed food and everything else. And the adjustments that we have to make, like I said, this channel is about create the life you desire, but we can also create a life we don't desire too, with our thought process, with our um, poverty mindset, instead of thinking positive and working towards having abundance in our life. And when you say I can't afford that food that's out there, and you've got on your mind that you'd like to be able to set up at the table with a big roast or some big, chicken and all the work that goes with it, and then sit down with snacks and whatever, and sit down with a movie and have some popcorn and oh, you know the normal stuff. And if we would just start getting it in our head, get that imagination going of what you could do to live a fulfilling life as far as the food goes and having good health, settle that in your brain and then start speaking that you can afford what your body needs to be healthy. We don't need to eat a big plate full of mashed potatoes and gravy and big steak and a big bowl of ice cream on the side. We don't need to eat all that to to live a good, strong, healthy life. And if we could just turn that mindset around and say, how 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 can I how can I afford to buy the food that I need to live a strong, healthy life? And then sit down and start problem solving, figuring out a way that you could live a strong, healthy life cheaply. Like I said, we eat way too much. And if we don't eat for taste, just eat for sustaining life and health, then we've started the mindset change. Start thinking in the direction of all that food is going up like a big, I don't know, what was it? 9 chicken legs was $30 that I seen on the. Start a whole new mindset. Reinvent yourself. Uh, and each one of us is going to be different. Um, if you got to have meat, then go to the one that you like the most and stick with just one kind of meat. Or if that's still too expensive for you, don't go around saying I can't afford that. Say, how can I afford that? How can I find a way to afford that? To have a nice meal on the table and to eat for life. Don't eat for taste. Although I'm not saying don't make your food taste good, but there's a lot of us out there that have health issues that you can only eat certain things to begin with. So let's start with that kind of deal that, okay, you got your teeth pulled, I can't eat a steak now. Start start finding ways to solve uh, your dilemmas. And okay, I can't afford steak. Don't say that. Say, right now, I got to find a way that I can afford it. How can I find a way to afford that? Well, start with a different mindset about what you're eating and what you're going to do to be healthy and for you. Now, me, my healthy, it would be to eat fruits. And I love potatoes, so there'd be potatoes, and I love eggs, so it'd be eggs. So you get it down to a pattern, get it down what works for you. And as far as normal goes, everything changes in a heartbeat. Everything. I just got word today, my daughter just got word today that her father has been ill, but never in 1,000 years. I mean, I'm sure she thought about it, but it was in a different way. But never did she ever think that she'd get a call and say that they put her father in a hospice house. And he's only got really, I mean, he's got drinking buddies out there that you can't trust, and he's got one person that's really truly his friend that's kind of looking out for him right now. So things can change in a heartbeat. Live in the moment, but live to live. You know what I mean? Do everything you do to live and nourish yourself so that your heart is happy, your spirit is happy, and you can nourish other people. But try to adapt. Sit down and start making yourself some menu plans and stick with it. You know, I mean, try to get away from that emotional eating. Well, you know, say it's been a rough day, and some people go drink because they had a rough day. And other people eat. I had a problem with emotional eating, and I've been really working on that, and not having any teeth has been helping me a lot. But normal depends on what normal is to you. The country has always been changing. And I've seen so many changes through my 81 years that I've been on this planet. Different scenarios, uh, uh, placed here and placed there, and shipped off to my grandma's house, and um, moving here and moving there, and different relationships that worked out for a little while, and then they didn't work out no more, and then had to adjust. And not me just had to adjust, they had to adjust too. So we all have to reinvent ourselves at different times in our lives. So now is the time, because the world is resetting. We have to reset our lives. And there's never really what you call a normal. We've just been told that living a certain way is normal. And that's why the world don't get along. That's one of the reasons why there's 8 billion belief system, because one size don't fit all. Normal for you may be normal different from me. But I don't really have a normal. If you can just realize that things can change in a heartbeat, and there really can't be a normal. So, if you have a merry heart, always keep a merry heart, because that's medicine to you. And as a man thinketh, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. And if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're going to be right either way. So I love y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of the evening wherever you're at. England. Um, just I think I got some from I can't remember, from different countries. I've got some people on here that follow me, but all of you, I love you, and I know that all around the world there's things that going on. There are people that are having issues with things, but use your critical skills, your critical thinking, and your heart, and your imagination to make things better for yourself. You all have a great day.